Alrighty everybody, it's Michael Alter here from the landflippingformula.com covering some more Q&A that came in about land investing, and one of the questions was, what is seller financing? So for anybody that doesn't know what seller financing it is, it's financing you acquire from the seller versus the bank. And this is really common in the real estate investing industry, but more common in land investing and in commercial real estate investing. And the reason for that is a lot of banks don't fund these types of deals easily. So it's easier to get the seller to finance the deal for you. And it's super common. Most people are open to it. So here is an example of seller financing. This beautiful cactus right here is going to represent 20 acres in the middle of the desert that you're just dying to buy. So the seller is asking $10,000 for this parcel. They want cash. Now, let's just say you don't have $10,000 that you could deploy right now, but you're really dying to own this 20 acres. It'd be great for you and your family, or it's a great investment. It's really worth $20,000, let's say, and you want to flip it. Whatever the case may be, you want to get your hands on this parcel, but you don't have $10,000 right now. So you could reach out to the seller and ask them if they'd be willing to finance the deal for you. And in the simplest form of this, just for the purpose of this video, you could ask the seller if they would take $250 a month for 48 months. Now, $250 a month for 48 months would actually get the seller $12,000. And that is one way. Now let's take it to the scenario where this is really worth $20,000 and you know you could flip it for $20,000. Then it's totally worth it for you to offer them a seller financing deal where they're actually going to make more money. And if they don't need the $10,000 right now, most people are totally open to accepting a monthly payment or a monthly cash flow for their property. So here's how you structure it from there. If the seller says, yeah, $250 a month for 48 months sounds fantastic, you draw up a contract between the two of you, you get it notarized. You may even want to have an attorney do it for your first few deals just to make sure it's on the up and up, but once you do a bunch of these, you can kind of fly right through them. But if it's your first deal, go ahead and pay an attorney $300 to $500 to do the contract. That way you know everything's legal, legit, filed. And then when you pay your $250 a month, just make sure you have a paper trail against it. Either you're paying the seller by credit card, so it shows a paper trail that way, or a check. And then that way you have your paper trail from that. Once the property is paid off, the seller's going to deed it over to you. You own it free and clear. And then just make sure within your contract, if we're going with the scenario that you could flip this for $20,000, that there is no penalty for prepayment. And what that means is, let's say you pay for 2 months, you pay the seller $500 total, and they really want that $12,000 over the long term. But if you were to pay them off early, then if you could get a discount, or if there's an upcharge, sometimes people say if you pay off the deal ahead of schedule, then they want an extra 1% to 2% of the purchase price. So just say there's no prepayment penalty on it, just straight up they're getting $12,000 out of you for entertaining your finance option, and you're good to go. So you make your 48 payments at $250, you own a great 20-acre parcel free and clear. Or on the flip side of that, you make a couple of payments, you flip it for $20,000, you pay off the seller the balance that you owe on the $12,000, and you walk away with or if you made a couple payments, $8,500, whatever your profit is in the deal. So if you are interested in buying and selling raw land for profits, then go ahead and check in the description below this video. There will be a link to the landflippingformula.com, and within the Land Flipping Formula, I share how to buy and sell parcels of land all across the US without visiting them. The audio is completely free, and also please ask any questions below this video and I will create a video answering them for you. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next one.